Almonds are very popular nuts. Many people enjoy eating them. They are crunchy and healthy. The United States grows a lot of almonds, about 3.6 billion pounds each year. Most come from California. This state has the right conditions. The almond begins as a tiny seedling. It grows into a tall tree. This tree produces the nuts we know. The journey from farm to table is long. It involves many careful steps. Farmers work hard to grow these nuts. Each almond travels a long path, from the orchard soil to the bags on our shelves. California is the heart of almond farming. Its Central Valley is perfect. It has sunny days and cool nights. The soil is rich. These conditions help almond trees thrive. Water is managed carefully here. This small nut has a big impact. Almond farming starts with young trees. These are called seedlings. Specialized nurseries grow these seedlings. They choose the best tree varieties. Some varieties produce more nuts, others are resistant to diseases. Farmers buy these young trees. They arrive ready for planting. Timing for planting is very important. Farmers usually plant almond seedlings in winter. During this time the trees are dormant. This means they are resting. Planting them when dormant helps. It reduces stress on the young trees. They can settle into the new soil before the spring growth begins. The planting process itself needs care. Workers dig holes in the orchard. The holes must be the right size, not too deep, not too shallow. The seedlings' roots are spread out gently. Then, soil is filled back. Trees need space, so they are planted in neat rows with enough distance between them for sunlight and air. An almond orchard takes time. Water is essential for almond trees. They are thirsty plants, especially in California's climate. Summers there can be very dry. Without enough water, trees suffer. The nuts will not grow well. So, irrigation is a key part of farming. Farmers must provide water regularly. Young almond trees need consistent water. Their root systems are still developing. Drip irrigation is often used. This method delivers water slowly, directly to the base of each tree, right where the roots need it. It helps the young trees establish and grow strong in their early years. Water management starts early. There are different ways to irrigate. Drip systems use tubes with small emitters. Micro-sprinklers are also common. These spray a fine mist near the trees. Both methods are efficient. They use less water than older ways like flood irrigation, which covered entire fields. Technology helps farmers use water wisely. Every drop counts for these trees. Pruning is like giving a tree a haircut, but it is much more than that. It is a vital practice in almond farming. Farmers prune their trees every year, usually in the winter months when the trees are dormant. This timing is important. It helps the tree heal and prepare for spring growth. Pruning shapes the future of the tree. Pruning removes dead or diseased branches. This keeps the tree healthy. It also opens up the tree's canopy, allowing more sunlight to reach inner branches. Better air circulation is another benefit. This can help prevent fungal diseases. A well-pruned tree is a healthier tree. It lives longer. Pruning also improves almond quality and the quantity of the harvest. When sunlight reaches more parts of the tree, the nuts develop better. They can grow larger. Pruning helps create strong branches. These branches can support a heavy load of almonds. Farmers aim for a balance, a tree that produces many good nuts year after year. Different pruning techniques are used. For young trees, pruning trains their shape. For mature trees, pruning maintains their health and their productivity. Section 5. Nature's Dance. Blossoms and bee pollination. Springtime transforms the almond orchard. Trees burst into a sea of blossoms. Delicate pink and white flowers cover every branch. It is a truly beautiful sight. The air fills with a sweet fragrance. But this display is not just for beauty, it is a critical step in making almonds. The flowers hold the promise of the year's almond crop. Almond trees have a special need. They require cross-pollination. This means pollen from one almond variety must travel to the flower of another variety. Most almond types cannot pollinate themselves. Without this transfer of pollen, the flowers will not turn into nuts. This is where honeybees play their role. Their work is essential. Honeybees are the main pollinators for almond trees. Farmers cannot rely on wind alone, so they bring in help. They rent beehives from beekeepers. Millions of honeybees are transported to the orchards during bloom. These busy insects fly from flower to flower. They collect nectar and pollen, and in doing so, they transfer pollen between the different almond trees. The entire almond industry depends on these tiny workers. Section 6. From flower to fruit. The almond's growth cycle. Once pollination occurs, the blossoms change. Their petals fall away gently. A tiny green fruit begins to form. This is the very beginning of an almond. It is protected by a fuzzy outer layer. This layer is called the hull. Inside this hull, the almond will grow. The tree puts its energy into nurturing these small beginnings, transforming flower into fruit. Throughout the spring and summer months, the young almonds continue to develop. They need plenty of sunshine and a steady supply of water. They also absorb nutrients from the soil, which are drawn up by the tree's roots. The leaves capture sunlight for energy. All these elements work together to help the small nuts grow bigger and mature over time. Inside the fuzzy hull, changes happen. A hard shell starts to form. This shell provides strong protection for the precious kernel inside. The kernel is the part of the almond that we eventually eat. As summer progresses, the kernel matures and fills out the space within the shell. Section 7. The Orchard's Rhapsody, Harvesting the Almonds. As late summer approaches, a change occurs. The green hulls of the almonds begin to split open. This splitting is a natural process that signals the nuts inside are mature and ready for harvest. This is an exciting and busy time for almond farmers and their workers. The culmination of a year's effort is about to be gathered. Harvesting almonds is a mechanical affair. Large machines called tree shakers are used. These machines have a strong clamp that grips the trunk of an almond tree. Then, the machine shakes the tree vigorously for a few seconds. This powerful vibration causes the almonds to fall from the branches. They rain down onto the ground below. It is a noisy, dusty process. Before the shaking begins, the orchard floor is prepared. It is swept clean of debris. This ensures that only almonds are collected and makes the collection process easier. Once the nuts are on the ground, they are often left to dry for a few days, especially if they are still a bit moist. The California sun helps with this, drying in the open air. Section 8. Preserving the harvest. Drying and hulling the nuts. Almonds collected from the orchard floor often contain some moisture. This moisture needs to be reduced to prevent mold from growing and to ensure the nuts can be stored safely. So, drying is a very important step. It also makes the next stage, hulling, easier. Proper drying preserves the quality of the harvested almond crop. Traditionally, almonds were dried naturally. They were spread out in thin layers directly on the ground in the sun or on large tarps. The warm California sun and dry air would gradually remove the excess moisture. This process could take several days or even a couple of weeks depending on the weather. This method is still used by some, nature's slow and steady way. Many modern almond operations use dryers. These are large machines or bins where warm air is circulated through the almonds. This offers more control over the drying process. It is faster than sun drying and is not dependent on good weather. This ensures the almonds reach the ideal moisture content consistently and efficiently. Once the almonds are sufficiently dry, they are ready for hulling and shelling. This is where the outer layers are removed. The fuzzy outer hull is cracked first, then the hard inner shell is broken. Section 9. Ready for the world's sorting, packaging, and distribution. After hulling and shelling, the almond kernels emerge. But they are not yet ready for consumers. The next step is sorting. This is a meticulous process to ensure only the best almonds proceed. Kernels are sorted by size and by quality grade. Sophisticated machines use cameras and lasers to inspect each nut. People also visually inspect them, removing any imperfect or broken pieces. Quality control is extremely strict throughout the sorting and processing stages. Almonds are checked for any damage, such as chips or scratches. They are also checked for foreign materials like pieces of shell or hull. The goal is to ensure safety and to meet high-quality standards. Consumers expect clean, whole almonds. This diligence is part of that promise. Almonds are packaged in many different forms to suit various consumer needs. Some are sold as whole, natural nuts. Others might be blanched to remove the skin or sliced, slivered, or ground into flour. They are packed into a range of containers, small bags for snacking, larger boxes for baking ingredients, or huge bulk bins for food manufacturers. The packaging protects the almonds and keeps them fresh. Finally, the packaged almonds begin their global journey. Section 9. Ready for the world's sorting, packaging, and distribution. After hulling and shelling, the almond kernels emerge. But they are not yet ready for consumers. The next step is sorting. This is a meticulous process to ensure only the best almonds proceed. Kernels are sorted by size and by quality grade. Sophisticated machines use cameras and lasers to inspect each nut. People also visually inspect them, removing any imperfect or broken pieces. Quality control is extremely strict throughout the sorting and processing stages. Almonds are checked for any damage, such as chips or scratches. They are also checked for foreign materials like pieces of shell or hull. The goal is to ensure safety and to meet high-quality standards. Consumers expect clean, whole almonds. This diligence is part of that promise. Almonds are packaged in many different forms to suit various consumer needs. Some are sold as whole, natural nuts. Others might be blanched to remove the skin or sliced, slivered, or ground into flour. They are packed into a range of containers, small bags for snacking, larger boxes for baking ingredients, or huge bulk bins for food manufacturers. The packaging protects the almonds and keeps them fresh. Finally, the packaged almonds begin their global journey.